Money is a medium of exchange. In a transaction, a buyer and seller agrees on a value for an asset. This agreed medium, money, is exchanged to validate the transaction. In ancient times, a system of barter existed before money was developed. Barter is simply a pure exchange. For example, if a man who had meat wanted to get vegetables, he would exchange some of his meat for vegetables if the person with vegetables agreed it was a valid and necessary exchange. This form of exchange was not sustainable as it did not take in consideration the different valuations of assets used in the exchange, as well as the inconvenience, where often large quantities or cumbersome goods had to be acquired for exchange. Money or currency was therefore developed out of precious metals as early as 1000 BC because they represented a store of value, or, put differently, could reliably be counted on to maintain its relative value over time and without depreciating. The medium we use today, coins and dollar notes, came through a series of evolutionary adaptations. Today, we have a myriad of fiat, monetary notes from countries all over the world. The most popular notes for international trade are the United States dollar, the British pound, and the euro. So where does money derive its value? For most of the 19th and 20th centuries, countries validated the values of their currencies based on gold standard, a monetary system in which the standard economic unit of account was based on a fixed quantity of gold. This standard was reinforced in 1944 after the Second World War through the establishment of the Bretton Woods Agreement. This agreement outlined a monetary management system which established the rules for commercial and financial relations among the United States, Canada, Western European countries, Australia, and Japan. The Bretton Woods Agreement, which reinforced the gold standard, ensured that printed money, fiat, was always backed by the equivalent value of gold reserves. However, on 15 August 1971, the United States unilaterally terminated convertibility of the US dollar to gold, effectively bringing the Bretton Woods system to an end and rendering the dollar a fiat currency. The dollar as we know it today is therefore not backed by any real value. The central banks just prints money. You can say then that the value of money is therefore based on market forces. Which brings us to 2009, the creation of a new kind of money, digital currency, cryptocurrency. The next evolution of money, Bitcoin. The first, is a network that runs on a protocol known as the blockchain. A 2008 paper by a person or people calling themselves Satoshi Nakamoto first described both the blockchain and Bitcoin. Another name for a blockchain is a distributed ledger, which emphasizes the key difference between this technology and a well-kept Word document. Bitcoin's blockchain is distributed, meaning that it is public. Anyone can download it in its entirety or go to any number of sites that pass it. This means that the record is publicly available. But it also means that there are complicated measures in place for updating the blockchain ledger. There is no central authority to keep tabs on all Bitcoin transactions, so the participants themselves do so by creating and verifying blocks of transaction data. It is decentralized, and the technology is poised to take the future by storm. However, to be a successful currency, it must also meet qualifications related to scarcity, divisibility, utility, transportability, durability, and counterfeitability. Bitcoin meets all of these criteria. So from barter to precious metals to fiat to digital currency. In a nutshell, that's the history of money made and still in the making. In the next lesson we will delve into the 6 characteristics that make the new digital currencies valuable.